Welcome back to Workers and Resources. Last episode, we left off with no traffic issues, except for our cars entering this bridge area, having a few issues getting through there, but other than that, that is not going to impede traffic. But the other thing that happened is I was wondering where all the workers went. So I guess that's something we have to investigate. Because there should be more people inside the oil refinery. The thought was that maybe opening up new facilities inside this area and rejiggling the parking lots had an effect on where people go traffic-wise. Because a lot of them might have had their cars taken away. And this building cannot reach any parking lots up there. We are still working on some tunnels to maybe alleviate walking distances. I might as well connect these two, if I can. Let's redo that one. We'll hook up these tunnels and connect that one if it works. Though that one can only go from one building to another. Guess we could do this. Doesn't make sense to have this underpass anymore. So we'll only move. Don't delete that. That could be catastrophic. Let's retry drawing that one and only use that underpass for now. Make that work. People might decide to work in this area, but that's also not the case. We don't have a lot of people driving here. This building is still emptying out, as the residences seem to have trouble getting into town to fulfill their needs. Okay, we still have traffic issues. Slight ones. The other thing that got built recently that takes a lot of workers is the commercial district, city center. 25 workers. 15 are here at present. I don't know. We still get cars going to the oil refinery, it's just not nearly enough. It's barely any. How it was previously, where we had like 40 to 50. So I don't know. And these residential buildings are slowly filling up. Maybe once the new one fills up, some more are going to go back to the refinery. Can reach all parking lots as they should. Let's maybe add a footpath here to shorten the walking distance a little bit. Connect this and then Something like this. Just for aesthetics. As you usually do. Maybe we can get rid of this traffic light again. Cars coming from the bridge do have priority anyway. Well, but if there's a large amount of vehicles coming in, then this might get clogged up. I'll leave it. I think it's fine. If we don't have more than one group of cars that is larger than the traffic light schedule, so it doesn't allow all of them through at once, then we could have a problem. But right now it still seems to be fine. Oh yeah, and the new kindergarten, we are also building that one, which... that one is also taking a lot of workers. All of these construction tasks, I always have to remember to turn down the amount of people allowed. I guess that's the same with like the footpath tunnel constructions. That's why they are most likely not going anywhere right now. And instead helping build these things. That's a very likely reason. We had like 3 constructions at like 50 workers each. No one had to go anywhere. They could all work locally. So we should see an increase in traffic and people going back into the oil refinery, I think. Let's get a few more cars. I like how the bridge is cleared from vehicles traveling underneath, like road clearing services, but shouldn't really. Still does it though. Some of the cars do need to refuel, and they are taking that gas station. I think that tunnel is most likely going to be a really good help once it comes online. Gotta finish that road first. Construction office for workers is on fire. No problem. No vehicles are inside here anyway right now, since they're all busy, and the helicopters will take care of it. I think we're going to start with another residential building right away. There's so many parking lots, I think we can try and get more people onto the road. Heating plant seems to be okay. Let's get another residential building started. I will use the same ones. Maybe these. Maybe we'll put some of those in here. These ones can hold 260. So you need like 10 parking lots for one building if you want to have all of them on the road. I will leave a little bit of space here, I think, to put in some water and sewage. And maybe electricity in the near future. We'll only build one of them, I think, to start out with. Get some dedicated water and sewage substations in the area. Increase the amount of residential buildings we have. More workers. Traffic jam. Traffic jam. I clicked away without taking a look. Don't know where that would be, but maybe we'll get another message. That one. That's probably the area. That's like, I think those are cars that are trying to turn around. No, they're going into these optimized parking lots. Having a hard time getting out of this area. So where is happiness too low? Here. 2 people living here, walking distance to these parking lots is there. Can't reach those. Food, meat, culture, hospital. I think you just don't have any parking lots in the area, so you're like mad because of that. Could build a bunch more parking lots, I guess. You should be able to just take a car from these. I don't know. Well, we're getting workers for tunnel construction. Digging out the tunnel. This one needs some workers to finish the road. This one can receive more workers in general. Let's also reduce the amount of people going to these construction sites, so they don't take ridiculous amounts of workers away from anything else. Next up, we should probably get rid of these parking lots and replace them with... they shouldn't really be replaced, they can just take these parking lots instead. But those residential cars need to be moved elsewhere. Most likely into one of these down here. The other ones are already empty. We will see if we created any problems right now, but yeah, should be okay. Let's allow us to clean up the road by letting the vehicles get out of here. rid of all of these and the other intersections. Now, do I want more parking lots on this side? Could be useful for the hospital. I don't think any residential parking should be here, just for visiting cars. So we would need like one entrance somewhere, maybe here, spreading up into multiple parking lots again. I think that road is probably going to be the one. Let's see. It's kind of narrow here. Doesn't really fit, it's too narrow. So I guess we just have a row of parking lots that way. Can we fit that road through here? Yes. Maybe medium parking lots can fit here? No. But probably that one. That is maybe going to work. We'll make this a parking area for now, with the possibility to expand it into more parking lots. We really need that tunnel. They should working on it from both sides so it gets constructed faster. Need more workers on either of those ends. Kindergarten is a necessity because of unemployment due to small children, slowly growing as our population expands into the new buildings. These buildings should have access to the kindergarten over here. Like that's a little bit too narrow. That would be an overpass right past the windows of some people. Not horrifying at all. Get everything hooked up a little bit. People living here should be okay. Should be. Should be able to take a car into town, traveling in vehicle. To Robodima large parking lot. 4 hours to get there. With this road creating a few issues. 3 hours left. I have a lot of time to travel around. So they got food, meat, and did a lot of sport when they visited the town. They did everything they wanted during their free time. Now they're driving back home, and they're already here. Just gotta go into their parking lot, presumably in one of these. No problem. Walk home. And take the rest of the time off. Lots and lots of free time. Yeah, happy. Seems to be happy. Do we have someone who's unhappy in here? 42% is kinda low. You are working in football field. Next to the heating plant, because why not? And after your work shift is over, you are probably going to have a very long drive back, because you have to go through town right now to turn around. And that's something the new road underneath will solve. Traffic jam. Oh, traffic jam is the... Alright, you know what? We can probably make the gas station a priority exit. Right, you are driving home now. Gonna take a bit to get out on the road. Then an hour to turn around inside town, I guess. So yeah, the people from the village working in this area are having a few issues. Could maybe give them a temporary ability to turn around here, rather than having to drive through all of the town. If I give them a way to turn around in this area, that is a good solution, I think. And you, I changed traffic, so vehicles coming from the gas station do have priority now. Also, lots and lots of cars. That's a lot. We have to get rid of all of that traffic. More parking lots means, of course, more vehicles. Shocking. And we did buy a bunch of them, so a lot of them are now trying to use the parked vehicles. More residential buildings would mean more people using cars. You are going to Robodima for... I don't know. You're traveling, but you've already been traveling for 5 hours, supposedly. I don't know why you are going there. Free time. Maybe, oh, maybe you visited the city for doing something. I don't really want to open the church. That would create a lot of traffic of people going to church, visiting, and I don't think we have the infrastructure for that. We have to wait and see if traffic over here gets a little bit better. Now, do we have stuttering traffic because of people crossing over here? They seem to be braking because of this intersection. It feels like. It's like a rolling roadblock. I'm not sure if it's because of the pedestrians. Still waiting on the footpath tunnel to be built to see if that one solves it. Okay, now it's gone. For now. We can prevent road traffic from going through here if we want to. Deny large-scale vehicles except for supply vehicles. Oh, we can remove that snapping point. Cool. Make that road a little bit longer. Traffic over here is slow because of ambulances and delivery vehicles slowing these cars down. There's a lot of room here, but they're slowing down because of reasons. Now they're back to their regular speed. I think that maybe if I give them a speed restriction of a faster speed that I could alleviate that. If I tell them up here you can go 50 in the 30 zone, so you can start accelerating if there's room. And then road restrictions end here. So that way they speed up. Why did you slow down? Why? Is it because of pedestrian? No, it's because of the secret police doing stuff over here. Because they are using footpaths and creating traffic jams. Maybe the speed sign helps. We'll see. Construction vehicles, etc. getting into town definitely slows things down and creates a few rolling roadblocks where traffic contracts and then they have to stop, even though they don't technically have to stop if they were driving slow enough. And that propagates throughout the whole road segment. These parking lots seem to be doing fine. 4, 8, 12, 13. 4, 8, 12, 16. So we have more parking lots up here. Plus all the traffic is being routed through this area, whereas this one is connected with a T-junction basically. And traffic going out this area has to wait for the people coming out of the gas station, which is going to be deactivated. Which I think I can do right now, because they can loop around here. We will do that again. We will switch the one-way roads around and see if that solves the issue of too many cars coming into town, even though they don't have to. The other ones that are just trying to turn around can use this road section. And this is probably going to be a stop sign. Stop sign instead of yield sign means they will always stop, unlike reality. And that should never impede traffic on the priority road. Whereas a yield sign, they might just sneak out and cause some traffic issues. Looks like one of the road segments did not upgrade correctly. So we'll do that. Might have not clicked that correctly or something, but now it will be. We now have a little bit more loyalty in this area as well. Do I really want to allow people going here? No, that's 100. No, that's 80 people. That's too much. I don't have the traffic capacity. Unless I bulldoze the whole village and just make it a giant parking lot for a church. So Roviduma would be bulldozed completely, and we just have lots and lots of parking lots. And maybe a train station, so we bring all the people to the church so they can go and pray. That could actually be a challenge. We're going to build a nation, but everyone will have access to a church. The goal being getting 100% religion sympathy. Well, traffic is looking better. They are also speeding up past the 50 speed limit that I gave them once they leave the 30 zone. Yeah, I think it's helping a little bit. Truck rejoining? Oh no, we have a rolling roadblock here again because an ambulance rejoined that road. Hopefully they can clear that up. Oh no. Another secret police. Unfortunate. What's the loyalty? Sorry. What's the loyalty in our town? Doesn't show a numeric number, but I think it's still around 35. 33, 35, 34. Our professors are still in the 35 and above range. No one's above 40, so we can't increase our loyalty requirement. We could start thinking about plopping down a TV or a radio station and boosting our loyalty that way, again, which is always really useful if you can afford it. I would like to make some money though. Also, domestic fuel consumption is still high and we're not producing enough. Since I merged those intersections, you're having a few issues. Oh, you're going back to 30 after you reach that area. Then I guess that doesn't really matter. One more delivery of bricks and our tunnel entrance will be complete for the pedestrian footpath. Other side has already been constructed and they are working on the tunnel itself. Don't send that many workers here either. Five each is going to be enough. In general, I'm pretty happy with traffic. Yes, we are sometimes making silly things. Like these intersections. That then create all sorts of traffic issues. Let's turn these stop signs back to yield signs so they can drive through there much quicker if nothing is in the way. And maybe remove the assisting crossing altogether. But not now. This residential building is full. Everyone's decently happy. Yes, pollution does play a role in this area, but it's fine. Tempted to turn these construction offices sideways and make them also not hook up directly to these roads. I'm also still wondering if I should turn this asphalt plant around, make it face that way, and then have a longer road connecting it so they don't block up the main loop area. So that doesn't seem to happen often right now. I have no idea where all the workers are. Lots and lots of vehicles on the road. A lot of them at home. Yeah, I don't know. No problem with lack of education except for here. Because they live too far away, out of range. But once they grow up and they can reach a parking lot, they can just drive to get a school education. One way? No, it is. Since we have a traffic light, we can just make this a one-way road using both lanes, I think. Kindergarten is up. Might increase the amount of workers we have. It's also already almost pretty much full. So might need another one. Unless the other one has now less people. Yes, it does, okay. Then we are still fine. That kindergarten can reach these residential buildings, no problem. Gas station is now inaccessible for anyone. So if cars run out of fuel here, they have to go through the junction, turn around and go to that gas station, which is also supposed to be the proper solution, except we're going to build a tunnel for that, as mentioned like the 5th time now. Very young people here, 28 average, 27, 6, 48, yeah, 25 and lower, the majority. We could allow an increase of happiness in this area by letting people go into church. It would create more traffic, as people then try to also do other things, like go from our commercial district to visit the church. This might need a traffic light. One and 3 and 4 and 2. 1 and 3 and 4 and 2. 4, 2. Yeah, the 2-1 is obsolete anyway. The 2 road is a bypass road that doesn't have any relevance anymore. So traffic lights here would just be 2 of them. 3 and 1. With an interval of 20. That should allow anyone through. If we had electricity here, the traffic lights would work. Unfortunately, electricity does not reach. Our electricity is in this area. And you cannot reach the intersection. After that, it'll be able to. Though, I don't know if it is necessary. Probably. If there's a lot of traffic coming through here, it will be. We'll let it construct and use that intersection. With a traffic light. University was on fire. All buildings for the tunnel construction are present. All resources for the tunnel construction are present, I mean. My god, I'm so tired. My mind is wandering a little bit. I don't think they send people directly to the tunnel construction, they have to be brought by workers. Which is slightly unfortunate. But that's how connections work, I guess. The traffic in the parking lot seems to have settled in. New vehicles might already be assigned. So these are all assigned. Are there any unassigned vehicles in these parking lots? I don't think so. We could slowly start switching to different personal vehicles. Something more modern. Our roads can handle up to 110 kilometers an hour, but any faster speed than that would also benefit us for the fact that acceleration would be better, most likely. Do we want really fast personal vehicles? They're quite expensive. $130 kilometers an hour plus the option for recoloring it might be a good compromise. We'll start with these and see how they do. 46 kilowatts engine power is more than double that of the Trabant. So we'll buy 16 of these and see what happens. And maybe start replacing our existing vehicles over time, for the fact that maybe we are going to make a vehicle production facility that just produces these cars and ships them to a vehicle seller somewhere in the area, maybe one over here or outside of town. Upgrading our existing vehicles to faster ones is something that we need to do at some point. Especially the trucks. Better water trucks, better sewage trucks. They can only drive 70 kilometers an hour. I think if we get one that can drive 92 kilometers an hour and only carry 7 cubic meters, that is going to be better for us, since these ones sometimes create traffic issues. Might be running full on sewage also, we'll see. LZ100 for sewage. Let's get 4 each, see how it does. I did want to deal with sewage myself at some point, since we do have a lake in the vicinity, and that would mean we could get rid of all of the sewage trucks. It would generate some pollution, I guess. We'll do that later. Always later. Our one and only bus, currently not doing anything. No task for it. The speed of our police cars should be sufficient, 105 kilometers an hour. These ones need an upgrade, I think. Get some that can go 150 kilometers an hour, so they accelerate really quickly. And slowly start moving our vehicles to faster ones, so they hopefully flow better in traffic. Also means we need to upgrade these ones because they can only go 80. And an upgrade might be necessary. It does still need a decent capacity. 92 kilometers an hour for food. Upgrade to that. Our refrigerated truck, which is always parked on the shopping center, well, it should be. We can also upgrade that one. That one is very slow, 62 kilometers an hour. What options do we have? Three tons at 90 kilometers an hour, which is about 50% more speed, or 6.5 tons of meat, which is slow, but I think we'll wait for a different truck. I'm not gonna upgrade that one. Not yet, at least. Snowplows could require an upgrade. I assume we have the cars 256 available. Both have the same engine power. The other one drives a little bit faster and has more snow plowing speed. Costs 6,000 rubles more. Get the large ones. Alright, that is not looking too great. We'll switch priority roads to that one until the traffic lights come online. Now that cars can go here for refueling, it seems like it did increase the traffic by quite a bit. Should I turn that into a one-way road as well? I think yes. Maybe it'll make the traffic use both lanes now. They're all trying to merge into the left lane because they want to turn left. Well, most of them want to. Another traffic jam. I did buy a bunch of vehicles. Them leaving here is really awkward. I'll turn that into a traffic light as well. Please stop slowing down every now and then, thank you. My god, so much traffic. Tunnel can't come soon enough. Maybe that'll alleviate a few things. Wait. Police station? So you're telling me these buildings up here do not have a connection to a sewage? Oh, they do have access to water, but not sewage. Well, at least the police station doesn't. Okay, we'll make a sewage substation, sewage tank, and a water tank in this area. We'll create one. Still have to get rid of that nonsense intersection down here. Wait for the tunnel. Did they start with the other one? They should have. All resources are present. Good. That side road should give them the ability to speed up enough to maybe merge into that road before other traffic slows them down again. That's the hope. And if it doesn't, then we have a long distance for them to back up onto, if there are any traffic issues. I hope not. Alright, this thing is not working out. Didn't think that so many of them would use that. Alright, let's get rid of that road. Probably missed the opportunity. I saw one of them drive on top of it and thought, ah, it's too late now. But no, way more vehicles have arrived again. 2 cars doing a left-hand turn over a very short section of road is not that great. I think if I put in a second one, that might actually help, because then the cars coming from here can turn on that one and the other cars can turn on that one. So they don't get in each other's way. We'll leave that until the tunnel construction finishes, and then get rid of it again. So many cars going through there. Yeah, these parking lots might have to move. They are kind of like the priority parking lots, because cars can just use the main road to leave instead of these, which have to go through here, and then they are on a yield road. I don't know. I guess it's fine. Traffic over here. Cars getting into the parking lots is okay, I think, as long as they're not blocking the main road. Travel times are 2 hours, which is fine. Should probably put a priority in here. Letting cars in first before other cars are leaving. Turning left is the priority that you get. And over here, all of these, they will have to organize themselves, except for getting out of the parking lot gets priority. I think that one should probably be the intended road for priority. And then we'll make this a no access road again. So we don't have too many vehicles trying to drive here. They can just drive in on this side. This is, I guess, a little bit more helpful because it doesn't block these parking lots. So I guess we'll leave it. It's fine. Maybe I should let the cars from the parking lots out before I let traffic out. Otherwise they will always have a really difficult time. Doesn't make much sense in a traffic kind of sense, but maybe game sense. Because if there's a huge swarm of cars arriving, then these ones do not really have a chance to leave, but some of them might always now be able to leave if they need to. Tunnel construction has started, both of them. Resources are present, not quite all of them, but most of them are now available, and more are getting delivered. We'll see if maybe walking distances to the parking lot area are a little bit better after they come online. One person moved into this flat, we're now up to 12. Still not as good as it could be. And people from commercial district are not moving into there because we're building a new residential building and the other one hasn't filled up yet, so it will be quite a while until some of them are going to move in. And yes, we do need those traffic lights. Maybe I should make a distribution office for this area, so we don't have to use the trucks from the town trying to go here. Alternatively, I'm just going to take care of the sewage in this area. I think that's probably the better plan. I dug out an area for the sewage quite a while ago, and now it's occupied by a rail line, so that's not great. We'll dump the sewage into the water right behind the building where we store our food. That's fine. Maybe the sewage outflow shouldn't be right next to the bus stop. Or maybe I don't care. Much elevation. I think it's a little bit too low. I think we might need to raise the elevation in this area for it to be allowed in here. Yeah. We have a sewage tank here, we'll have one up here, one here, and that's it. Don't have a lot. I need to know the elevation. So this is at 1.6 meters, 5 meters, 12 meters, 15. That all works out very well. Meters, sure. Largest sewage pipe. Um, 3 meters, 6 meters. Yep. .3 meters versus 5 meters. That's okay. I don't need that many switches, but I'd rather be prepared in case I do want to do more stuff here. This one up here, guess we'll hook all of these up. Sure. 5 meters, 12. We have 12.8 here, we have 14. So we need between 12 and 6. 10 would be fine. And so would 9. It's a little bit far away. one in this area. I close the elevation window that shows me the height over cursor. 6. Only 6, okay. We had 12 here, or 11, and we had 14, 13 here. Oh, I guess I have 1 meter less because it's currently checking the underground height. Get another one in here. That's too high, that's 15, 13. 14 would be a little bit too much. That should be good enough. Can't get past the tunnel, which makes sense. Okay, that one won't work. I guess we'll place it here. I hope the elevation is enough. I close the window again. Seems to be okay. Yeah, we have more sewage that way if we need it. Turn that into a large pipe as well. And we'll get on to constructing all of this. And we have that thing. And more stuff in this area over here. So I guess we'll move more sewage switches down into this area as well. Will that work? Guess we'll find out. Let's get our height tool again. 3.2 meters. This one is at 1.1, so very low. That will need a pump. That one's also very low, so these ones we won't get. 9 meters would be okay. So from 3.3 to 9 meters is something we can do. We just find the right elevation. Sure. We have here 2.8, it's not enough. Guess we'll put it here. And that one will need a pump, because that one does not work. It's from 1.3 to 4.4, so 5-meter pump should be sufficient. Guess we'll have to micromanage placing this a little bit. You don't like that slope, do you? Wait, you still don't like that? I thought that sewage pump would be enough. It's going uphill all this way. I guess we'll exchange that one for a deeper one to make it work. Let's put in the largest one, why not? Largest one seems overkill. That's why we won't do it. Alright. Now we have 10 meters. That is okay. And then we need to head over here and also hook this thing up. So one more sewage switch going from 7 meters down to like between 3 and 7. 3 and 7. Something over here. That seems like it would work. Yeah. So, large sewage pipe going over here. Complaining about slope again. We have height is 0.31 versus 0.06, so it should be able to slope that way. And it's just that there is a building in the way. It does not like, I assume this one. Do you not like going underneath this bridge or something? Oh, it's power lines. It's probably the power lines. Okay, hook that up. Go down to medium. Do this connection. Another piece of infrastructure in the way. Maybe the heating pipe. Now it's complaining about slope. Let's see. We take you. You can do that. Complaining about being above ground. Infrastructure again. So much stuff in the way. I will hook all of that up. And that connects all of these sewage elements except that one, and for that one we will need a pump because it's at -1 and that one is at 0.1. something, so this will complain about proper slope if it could reach directly. Can't do that right now. And I don't know, drop a 10-meter sewage pump here, I guess. Then maybe we have options from that one, but I don't know how much more extensive the sewage system's gonna get. At least then we can get rid of the sewage trucks and just focus on water. If everything works as it should. Was another fire. Aggregate storage. Courthouse was on fire. Guess they were protesting our sewage system. Let them. We'll still have 2 sewage trucks, but maybe one more water truck just to be safe. If all of this can be handled by sewage piping, that would be really nice. How's the pollution? Pollution, even with all the traffic, seems to be pretty good. It is in the middle of, or at the end of summer, start of autumn. Heating plant isn't working much yet, it looks like. Because it's too warm. Traffic over here seems better. We still don't have the traffic lights working. Get our construction officers assigned to these tunnel construction projects, so they pick up workers should there be any at the bus stop. Right now there aren't. Lots of them waiting at the sewage discharge for some bricks and boards to finish it. Looks like the warehouse is a little bit too large, so we can't put a footpath there. Not sure why that one doesn't have priority roads anymore. Another issue of traffic being too fast, I think. You're trying to turn left, which is not ideal. It would be better if you went onto the road and find another place to do that. You're holding up traffic. I guess we did trigger a lot of construction tasks right now with all the sewage pipes, so lots and lots of construction vehicles on the road again. New residential building has been constructed. Waiting for people to move in. This building has to fill up first, I think. Some people could not get into the pub. Well, it is fully staffed. Oh, it can be fully staffed, I guess. Shopping center is still doing fine. I don't know. Looks like the refrigerator truck is currently on its way to pick up more goods. On its way to the customs house right now. It's only a tiny amount of workers waiting at the bus stop. We have way too many vehicles trying to pick them up, causing traffic issues. No problems so far. Our population is higher than... Our population is growing, which is really nice. We will drop below 10,000 at some point. Our population is that high because we have a lot of towns on the map that still count. But our actual population is probably in the 1,400 range right now. 1,800 with... where's the amount of workers? 1,200 workers. Not bad. Could always be more. Well, maybe not for this town. Traffic issues are a constant threat. But I hope that this tunnel will help alleviate the traffic in this area. So people that come from here can just go that way without having to go around through the town. We still need to hook up this footpath. To allow construction. Everything else should be hooked up. Some of them are already built. Pretty quick. Pipe construction starting. Still a lot of workers at the discharge, but the bricks are on their way and going to be here any moment. Still no electricity. That one has no workers coming yet. It is assigned to the worker construction office here, but they were unable to pick any up, it looks like. So no one's coming yet to finish that construction. Maybe I should improve our construction office vehicles at some point as well. Our money is depleting slowly. We don't have any loan anymore, so it's just us actually importing a ton of resources. Coal and steel. A lot of food. These roads finished. I can finally turn those into one-way roads and then see what traffic issues I missed. Okay. Everything has been assigned. Seems okay. The whole concept of like making a train station to unload construction materials has been kind of postponed because of how little construction we are doing. And for the construction that we are doing, these construction offices are like, these resource storages are like plenty. Mostly fighting with traffic issues all the time. I think I'll turn this road into a no access road now. They should take the other entry. This is just a footpath. This is not really a road used by anything. We could remove this end and probably place another parking lot in here. Slowly people are moving into this prefab building. Even with the complaints, we have increased our population by almost 30%. From 10 up to 13. Now the other side has traffic issues. We really need this traffic light installed. Maybe they can find the time to grab a few workers and install that. Few people not able to do sport, I guess. I don't want to increase the amount of workers in buildings too much, otherwise we're drawing even more people away from like other tasks. Let's reduce the amount of workers inside the police station and the courthouse. Gotta keep an eye on that. Could balloon and go ballistic quite quickly, but maybe that reduction helps a few more workers go some other areas, some other places. That kindergarten is basically not used. But the amount of people living here has also dropped down, so I guess it is what it is. Much fewer traffic issues now. I think the gas station can be removed now. I will still wait until the tunnel is done. But even the double roads here, the double dirt roads, instead of one, they're working pretty well. So they can turn left without interrupting each other if they need to. And that is fast enough. All of the new sewage infrastructure will also require workers to finish the final parts and pieces of the construction. But some of them do get there, like the sewage switches have been built, so it looks like sometimes some workers do not find any employment and go to the bus stop. Let's reduce the amount of workers in the dance hall, I think. Yeah. I'll keep the hospital staffed so I don't forget. That is like something that could overflow if I do like a large construction project and then there's an epidemic and a lot of people go to the hospital while I don't notice, then it could backfire, so I'll leave that fully staffed. How's our school doing? School is also maybe a little bit overstaffed. Let's do that. Let's check our unemployment tab. Not a lot of unemployment. I don't know why you have unemployment. And people over here, I guess. Some unemployment is okay. Maybe the unemployment will balance itself once they slot themselves into the correct shifts for the power plant. Oil is still... we still have more than enough oil. Fuel is still decreasing. We have more workers inside the refinery now, which is nice. Could be more, but it's a starting point. And we have some unemployed workers again. Good. That's how it should be. Each car can pick up 4 of them, so they go quite quickly with how many vehicles we have. Oh, we have our lights now. Good. So that intersection should be pretty fine now. We might have to decrease the time for the lane coming out of the village. The other lane might need a lot more time. So number 1 gets like an interval of 10. And the other one an interval of 20. If only they would take this corner more efficiently. If only. That's okay. Concrete mixers are a little bit slow at 70 kilometers. Some faster ones would be helpful, but it's also just a special case scenario where we do construction and it slows down traffic during the construction time. So also nothing really urgent there. The main worries right now is our fuel running out very slowly, which I think we fixed now. Or at least maybe put it back to neutral. Our money running out, which is a concern, since we're not exporting much. I can't really produce vehicles for export since I don't have US currency, so I can't buy a license. Otherwise it would be really easy to do so. I could start exporting Russian trains to the US market, which would be pretty pointless. Another thing we could do is exporting oil-based products, where the price discrepancy is not too high. Fuel, bitumen and oil. You can basically export 1-to-1 from US currency to ruble currency. So if we had a train line going to the western border, that would be a possibility. Our train line comes through here, across this road, across that road, into this customs house. Would allow, or that customs house, either of the two, would allow us exports. And that would allow us to start paying back our enormous loan that we took. So it would be a very long time until we actually got money to do anything with US currency again. So it's not really worth it. Maybe what we can do is export some electricity. If we have a constant amount of electricity, that would work. Right now we're exporting a little bit. Make these workers work. Hopefully we have enough on the network. Producing 3. That means we're using 1.2 or thereabouts. And exporting 1.8 for a little bit of money. Easy money. Just have to be careful that we don't run our oil dry. The priority is the power plant, but I think it's still worth it more to refine it and then export rather than just turning it into electricity. But who knows, maybe the price of electricity went up. It's always a little bit difficult to tell with the small graph. I should make a suggestion for that. Yep, making a screenshot for that. They should turn the power graph not from 0 to 20, but from 0 to 5, and then use way more decimal points to showcase the differences throughout the years. First tunnel nearing completion. Once the current construction phase has been completed, laying down the asphalt and the road itself will be quick because it can be done by machinery. Lots of traffic. More parking lots will generate even more traffic. I really wish you would be more efficient taking that intersection. 4 should be the priority. 1 is nothing there. Maybe that helps. Maybe now they can take this corner without worry. No, they still slow down. Sometimes. This area down here is pretty good. Don't see any traffic issues in that one. Adding more parking lots over here. Yeah, that loop is not turning out that great. We could relocate the exit for the parking lot to up here, so people can walk to the parking lots, but they drive out on the upper side and then into the road at a different area. So we have another 2-lane road up here. Not like that, because we would need another good connection with a trumpet interchange, but something like this again. But you get the idea. I think that would be a good idea. Having cars enter through this loop, but exiting a different direction. I don't know where yet, maybe loop them around here and letting them drive back onto this one. Onto either side. Maybe enter here so they can refuel, or enter here. Or enter even here, same as the other tunnel. So we have 2 exits. Just to not force them through the town again. The other option would be a trumpet interchange underneath the whole lake. Or a bridge. A bridge would also work, like a trumpet interchange over here and then bridge into this area. I can see that being a thing. That would work. That would be kind of a ridiculous bridge. Better than a tunnel though. Is that far away enough from that intersection? Yes, it is. Now if I do that, I don't leave any area open here for doing another trumpet intersection and building stuff here. So this is relegated to like industrial stuff from over here. And potentially, no, not even parking lots really, I don't think. Unless I do something with this road now where I just draw it out here. Or make another T-junction, I don't know. I would like this to try and turn the other way, but I guess it's because it's a one-way road, it's trying to hook up that like that. The other issue is that how are we going to connect the other lane to go the other direction? Have another road go through here. No, I have a different idea. Scratch all of that. Not screw, scratch. We do have this road here, which we recently upgraded. Yes, this intersection could become a problem. Right now it isn't. If it does, we can change it. But we could just hook these up all the way across here into that one. Now we do have a power line here, so a bridge going across is most likely not going to be an option. But tunnels still work. I think that might be a better option. And if we run into issues traffic-wise here, we'll do something later. We might not even have to start with a trumpet interchange, we can schedule one at some point. And to start out with, like, just hook it up directly. There's not a lot of traffic in this area. Oh, that's going uphill, that's why it's having issues with the distance, I guess. Yeah, there's a slight increase in elevation, that's why I need a little bit more distance to get across. Well, the parking lots are still going to be in the way if I do that. But that is something to be considered, like an exit here. I don't even know if we need the road going that way. I guess it would be nice making an optional bypass here for no reasons really, but to have it. them is longer than the other one. Elevation related, I guess. Don't really have any traffic going that way yet. But I will still plan it out properly. That is not proper. But almost. No. I guess it is proper. Okay. And over here... Um, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 here, supposedly. Doesn't quite work. I'll go here then. And redraw it to put a little bit of a curve on it. Maybe we can make it work if we make that a thing from here. Nope, doesn't work. Then here is fine, I guess. I miscounted somewhere. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4. Okay, that one is one too close. We gotta move that one. Good enough. So that is kind of turning all of this area into a giant loop. And this area will probably have to connect to the gas stations to give them the option of refueling, and if they want to go here, then they can use the outer loop, but not go through the town area anymore. Might be overkill, but with a growing population we have to get the traffic out of this area. Don't really have to go straight here, I could just turn down and also connect to this road, but I want to leave myself enough space to get a trumpet interchange somewhere. And it has to be, I don't know, could be here with tunnels. Yeah, that makes sense. Do like ourselves some tunnels. That means we have the road coming down here. This is probably going to be a regular road. We might have to move one over by one. Or it might be the tunnels. I think the middle one is going to be the tunnels again. So you basically turn into these roads here and here. Sorry, this is going to be tunnels. How are we going to do that here? Parking lots are in the way. I think we can relocate the parking lots. Don't need to do a huge curve here, just some angled corners a little bit. Don't need to do this as a giant curve. And we have to figure something out here. We get rid of the parking lots. I guess we might be able to just stay underground, turn around and then come up and hook up here. Narrow for that one. Now can we get tunnels here? This one is too short, too narrow, I would imagine. There's no way. We'll have to get rid of one of the parking lots. Alternatively, if we shift everything on its side and get the tunnels in sideways, and make the road connection. There's not enough room here. Maybe we can remove this whole intersection, turn it into a curved corner, and hook up this area to this loop instead through here. And then do the connection on this road. Hello Liversum, welcome to building more and more asphalt roads because traffic issues are a constant. I think next episode I will have to think about that. Just realized that it's already been 2 hours. How are you doing, Oliversim? Hope your start to the weekend is good, or good enough. Yeah, no buses on the road right now. Just a few transports. And so I did get... I have I think 4 things that are transports. I have allowed myself to use 1 bus throughout the whole time, so completely one normal bus. We have 1 Mars 305 bus right now, which is not being used. But other than that, our list of ground vehicles for all buses. Oh, it doesn't. All maps, sorry, that one. So we only have these 2 transporters carrying a few students to and from school, and they could basically also be personal cars, but I felt like it would be weird if they would have been picked up by cars. Other than that, these 2 prison buses are the other 2, so 4 of them, and the rest is just people driving by car to work everywhere. So people working in the oil refinery are coming from town by car and working in there. Well, traffic is still terrible in some cases. The main issue right now is this parking lot. A lot of traffic that can go in, but then when they try to get back out, they have to go through this loop, and this area causes a lot of traffic issues sometimes, with cars being blocked. So my thought process was, what if I just give them the option to leave this direction and drive to the oil refinery that way, so they can avoid this exit. I don't even know if that will help. They might still prefer going this route because it might be shorter. I don't know. Basically adding a ton more asphalt everywhere. Because why not? Winter is always a little bit slower than usual. I can't turn this into traffic lights because of this road. Maybe I should disconnect it. Let's get rid of that. Turn on the traffic lights with 2 signals, or 2 cycles, 20 seconds, and let them cycle back and forth. The parking lot to residential zoning is ridiculous. For one building of these, if everyone needs to go by car to a workplace, shopping, etc., so everyone needs a car, you need 10 of these parking lots per building. For us that is not quite necessary because some of them are working locally and they also visit shopping and locally, etc. But I did do experiments where this village over here, or this town, was supposed to only live by taking cars into the next commercial district. So this commercial district was supposed to only be buildings for this village. It didn't work back then. A lot of people left, so we don't have many people living in here anymore. But we plopped down a new residential flat building, and some of them are moving back, so this is mostly a test bed to see how much they are willing to deal with. We need more staff working here, I guess. Also, if I turn on the church, a lot of people from the town are going to try and drive to the church along the main road to visit the church. So the parking lot situation is quite ridiculous. And we have to deal with a lot of traffic issues because most cars, like 95% of the cars, are one person per car, even though they can hold 4. The only ride sharing I have seen is by a parent taking their child to a school. So the parent wanted to visit, I don't know, workplace or go to the shopping center, and they have taken their child with them to school, which is right next to it. We have a decent chunk of workers here. We have 1,200 right now. 1,215. It's going quite well. Initially I intended for them to have a train line and was thinking of either a train or a tram to move them to the oil refinery, but then I said no, just cars. We're gonna see how far it can go. And I think we're like at the limit of what like an area can hold. So this would spread out to like very far distances with parking lots everywhere. And it's kind of ridiculous. But I do like the parking lots quite a lot for these asphalt and concrete plants. I just plop down a parking lot and workers just go here and work. So I don't need a bus route or anything. They just go here, work, and it's fine. So I think parking lots will have a future in the next few runs with this concept for non-critical infrastructure. For things like the heating plant, it did not quite work. That's why there's a residential building right next to the heating plant. They did not consistently go or get to the heating plant or the prison. And that created a few spikes in our population counter. So right here we learned that our heating plant was not fully staffed. Right here we hooked up the village, the town, and right here our heating plant had a thing. Yeah, that's how it's going right now. Trying to export bitumen and fuel, not producing enough. At least we're not importing fuel. Production of fuel has recently increased, so we might be getting some exports again soon. We're bumbling around with like 5 to 10 workers in the oil refinery for quite a long time. But it has since picked up pace again. Still have more than enough oil for everything with the tiny oil field we have here. So yeah, and also I'm running like domestic power only right now with some export. We worked through quite a few traffic issues. Tried a bunch of different intersections. This was a roundabout before, now it's a trumpet interchange. Those work really well. Same here. And that's why I have the same thing planned in this area. Doesn't look as pretty. Because I made the bridge do a curve, so I like this a little bit better. But this one takes up quite a bit of space. I might redo this. This looks kind of hideous. Also, is this even correct? You can go from here to... Wait, you can go here and you can... This is not correct. This is not correct at all. Don't look at it. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's fine. Nothing to look at here. I knew something was weird. Alright. No one has seen anything. This is correct. Vehicles from this road should go to the right or to the left on this lane, so they can go here or they can go across the bridge and travel that way. And then cars from this lane can drive here or straight. And cars from this lane can either go straight or enter this area over here. No, it's correct. That was hideous, that was wrong. Probably people were shouting that at some point without telling me. That's fine. We noticed it before we ended the episode, so at least hopefully that's going to be enough. And yes, I did another curve. Could have gone straight and then looped back, I guess. I like the going straight and looping back more. I'll change it. I don't like how this looks. I like that. Then come around here. And connect into these. Still don't like these intersection parts, but fine, it's fine. Yeah, probably. The atrocities have probably already been reported. That is okay to me, I think. Yes. 1, 2, 3. That's fine. We'll use that. Because I'm not going underneath the bridge over there, because we have a few issues with going underneath the bridge in this area. There's a lot of origami happening on that intersection, let's put it that way. Yep. Hello, headshot machine. I'm not going underneath the road because of these issues. I don't want to create more visual issues like that. So those cars are doing things that they shouldn't. Not sure if that would happen if I stayed in parallel for completely underneath the bridge and then merge here, but yeah. I think this is okay-ish. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here. I need to grab some food. I'll be driving some fake cars on some fake tracks in half an hour. Oh, there's a car without fuel. That's not supposed to happen. We're going to take a break shortly. That gas station is out of fuel. Alright, one more change before I close it. Everything should have 60% fuel. Looks like we have so many vehicles now that our fuel trucks can't keep up. Our distribution office for fuel deliveries is running into issues. 10 cubic meters. Probably time to upgrade these as well. Get 4 more and take a look at that next time. They are still on their way, so they should get fuel soon. It's just that it'll have to take a while. What are you doing? Wait, what? You are here. You did go somewhere weird. I guess you also went to refuel, so you did take a very long loop. I can't tell you to refuel yourself. I guess I could get a different technical service to put fuel into this distribution office. so it can hold a little bit of fuel. That's unfortunate. We might have a fuel issue. Temporarily, I guess this gas station will come online again, because these traffic issues are not going to be pretty. And I might have to put a free gas station in here to make sure that they can always pick up fuel. Let's put that in place so I don't forget. Free gas station with a dirt road for now. Directly assigned to you, so you can send out a fuel truck and provide a little bit of fuel in this area. And then later on we either relocate it to a proper gas station. Maybe I wanted to have a sign that says no personal vehicles here. That is something that needs to happen. Otherwise there's going to be a lot of personal vehicles trying to drive in and refuel themselves. So it needs to be long enough we can put a traffic sign in here after we upgrade the road. What's your situation? You have enough fuel? That's okay. So one of you should start moving and refuel this gas station. Right? Sending that one all the way over there for some reason. Alright, that is horrible traffic. That's a lot of traffic. Those gas stations are not happy. Might need a traffic light here. Don't have the electricity in the area. Oh yes, I do. Okay. 2 cycles, interval of 20. Go. That should be better. More fuel trucks. They are going to refuel right now. Why is our distribution office not sending out more fuel trucks? Why do you have... Oh my god, all of these trucks are not... Okay, you know what? They have still oil loaded, so they're useless. At some point they were intended to send oil to the power plant. And then yeah, it can dump the oil, but I am going to upgrade them to faster trucks now. I'm mad enough for me to be able to do that. At some point they were like sending oil to the refinery, to the power plant to get it started, and I guess it never got cleared up because they couldn't get rid of it. So it looked like we had enough fuel trucks, but when in actuality we didn't. So you are going to bring fuel to this gas station, and then a lot of vehicles are probably going to try and drive to that gas station. We don't have any fuel issues here anymore. Definitely need more fuel. Okay, so the fuel distribution office wasn't really working as intended. It should get better now. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Enjoy your start to the weekend. Hope you have a good time. And as always, maybe we'll see you soon. Let's put an image of a traffic jam, because that is what we are doing.